Hey guys, and welcome back to my Need for Speed Underground 2 video. In the last episode, we did a lot of racing, and also went ahead to Beacon Hill to find all the different areas. So I went ahead and updated my car a little bit. It's now starting to look a little too much. And by the way, if you're wondering about the Cadillac, I didn't do anything to it yet. So let's go ahead and finish up the sponsor racing. And I'll worry about that later. So I'm going to go ahead and get up there, and I'll be right back. Now, I've noticed that this vehicle is not very good at street cross, and I may have to tune it up a little bit in order to make it better at street cross. That or actually start driving okay. Holy crap. Either I got knocked around or I'm doing really good. I got somebody immediately right behind me, so I gotta really step it up. Now, you guys didn't see this, but the last two times I did street cross, I actually lost. I got pushed around a little bit, and I was really stressing out about getting into first place, so I panicked a little and started failing pretty bad. So yeah, usually I don't have any problems with street cross because I was using the Miata, and the Miata is a really good car in street cross. So if you're following along, you can replace the SUV with the Miata whenever you want to do some of these street cross races. And I'll mix those two up. I'll mix up Street X and Street Cross. I could probably call it Autocross too, or Demolition Derby. So I don't know if I mentioned this or not yet, but the Need for Speed World game, I didn't really care for it that much, and well, I did until I actually started racing. I actually liked the modifying part of a game. Of any game that involves racing, I like modifying stuff, especially the, I believe it was Need for Speed Carbon that allowed you to work on specific body parts and modify them a little bit. So I'm going to finish this Underground Racing League here, and I'll be right back. So here's a back view of the car in case you haven't seen it. I got a pretty big wing on there, and it looks a little ridiculous, but it'll look okay with the even more ridiculous level 2 body kits that I'll get later. And there you go. I'm thinking about having a compilation or well, maybe I should just call it a montage of me failing against the traffic. So, alright, right back. I haven't mentioned something yet, but I got some performance parts as well. The new performance parts I got are brakes, tires, and weight reduction. They don't really do a whole lot, but the tire reduction will make the drifting a little bit difficult unless you set them up correctly. Let's go ahead and get this race done. That's the only time when nitrous is useful. Also Mustang. I do like the Mustang, but there's just way too many out there that are not racing. If I had one, it'd be going in the dirt. Although I do understand why people have luxury Mustangs. I mean, if I had a convertible, it wouldn't be doing a whole lot. But if I had a coupe, I could get like an older coupe. I don't want to really ruin a newer one. Unless I had the money to fix it up. Which I don't have any money to fix anything up, really. Now this track does get very repetitive after a while, but trust me, this isn't the only Underground Racing League track. As in, there's going to be another theme to it as well. And I might as well spoil it because it's going to come up in the next one, I think. It's an airport. It's actually pretty cool. Now, in the area that I live at, somewhat close to it is an airport that is basically going to go down. And this airport, I don't know what's really going to happen to it later. I don't know if it's just going to be abandoned or anything like that, but the current plan is that I believe it's DHL is still keeping it for now. But I'm not sure how much longer they're going to actually have it, so time will tell what will happen to this airport. And what I'm thinking is, I heard a while back that there was some airport in Cleveland, Ohio, where they had Indy races and stuff, or at least that's what I remember. I remember seeing this stream of racing videos, and one of them said something about a airport in Cleveland being a racetrack, and they had some sort of Indy race, and it was pretty amazing to watch. And I was thinking, if the airport's going to go down, I'm thinking, what about turning it into a racetrack? I mean, that'd be a pretty intense racetrack. Especially if the airport is a little roughed up, which I bet it is. That would create jobs. That would create a lot of interest to those who are interested in racing. And it would make people realize that front-wheel drive vehicles have understeering issues when they race them. And they may go out and pick better vehicles or tune up their vehicles to make them better. So, but then again, people might just spend a lot of money on that and lose. So, I mean, there's always pros and cons to everything. I think it'd be more valuable, though, to keep it as an airport. But I'm not sure how it would stay an airport the way that things are going. I'm not even sure how long it's going to stay an airport, or if anyone would ever be interested in buying it and keeping it as an airport. And I'm kind of sucking here. And you get plenty of nitrous when you get a best lap, which I won't hear. Man, I already wore these headsets today, and now that I'm wearing them again, they're starting to hurt my ears again. I don't even have the volume up at all. I can have the volume off and they wouldn't even hurt my ears. It's just the way it's holding onto my ear. So if you couldn't tell, I really do like racing games, and I'm very interested in it. Although in reality, I'm a networking student and all that, so the two aren't that related at all. And I'm kind of sucking in this arcade game. You guys will get a laugh out of me when I play the Nürburgring in Forza 4. That's all I have to say about that, but I want to have a more serious playthrough of Forza 4. I want to have a little bit of Auto Vista as well, which that's probably going to be how I introduce the cars. Have like a quote from Jeremy Clarkson. And here's Jackson Heights. This can really be described as a series of canyon races. There's going to be a lot of canyon races, canyon-like races in this. There's a lot of ups and downs in this, and it's going to be pretty intense. Let's go ahead and do some of these record deals or whatever. Alright, so I did the the DVD covers, and it didn't record because of issues between me and Fraps. So I've been having a lot of issues with it lately because sometimes it will actually record the frames per second benchmark, and yeah. So I actually hide it, and I don't know when it's actually recording. So now I turned it on again, and hopefully it won't actually record that. Let's go ahead and do some more races. I'm going to do one more and then cut off the video. So right back. Alright, so I went ahead and bought a turbocharger. Cool. I think we're pretty much safe on this race here, except for that. Pretty good job. And now we're facing a Miata. So we're going to see how gracefully it goes through these corners. See how I have a speed advantage. And there you go. So I'm pretty much going to win this, and I shouldn't say that because later on they'll catch up, and yeah. Okay, after this I'm going to go ahead and head off. The next time we will be doing a bunch of outrun racing. And hopefully I'll be getting a performance part, and I believe I'll also be getting rims, so I'll have a better visual upgrade. I don't know if it'll be the spinners or actual rims, so I'm not so sure on that, but I'll know when I actually get there. So after this lap, I'll go ahead and head out. This is Ochi GTR, and if you guys like what you see, you can go ahead and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later after this race. Gotta keep up the pace, but I'm not gonna hit space. Maybe I should cover the sponsor thing too.
Hey dude, I just sorted through the last stack of contracts. I picked the best of the best, so let me know who you want to sign with.
I'm gonna pick this one. See ya.